Today is 13th day of August, and it's 9:30 in the United Kingdom. And I want us to listen to this patriotic song, and thereafter we take it from here. Just as I've said, greetings to everybody. Back to our beloved country, Ghana, the country we love it so much that we wish the people in the country will be so beautiful like the country, so that we move the country forward. But we are at a standstill. We are moving, but you don't see any movement, because we are not, all of us not singing from the same songbook, and there's a lot of distraction. We are not moving forward. What is Ghana mindset? We have said before, we have one aim and one aim only. If in our own small way, we can impact upon a few Ghanaians, so that we sit down and rethink the way we go about things in that beloved country of ours, at least we can bring about change. We know change, no one likes change, because we don't know what is ahead. So most of the time, when there is a change or you want to make changes, you meet resistance. There will be a lot of opposition. But in Ghana's case, it is not about we don't know what is ahead. We want to be developed. We want the country to develop. We want the resources of the country to be applied in an equitable manner, so that it will go all around the regions, for us to have better schools, for us to have hospitals, for us to have good roads, for us to have railways, for us to have all the things other nations take for granted. We know it took so many other countries so many years, but they made the effort. But in our case, we are not making any effort. We are rather pulling everybody down. Once we know you are a Ghanaian, you become an enemy. So it means that we have become enemies among ourselves. We prefer any other person but the Ghanaian. So you come to realize that there is nothing that is working in our country. Tonight, there are two main issues I want to talk about, and it is the free SHS, which I've spoken on before. Why is it that we all know, we know, it is not something that is hidden from anybody. We know that Ghana, the rate at which our children go to school is so low. They, especially moving from the primary school and finishing the basic school and going to senior secondary school, we know that ever since we became independent, there has always been a lot of people who drop out. They drop out not because they want to drop out. There are people who are academically gifted, brilliant. Unfortunately for them, the type of homes they come from, they can never pursue the education to the senior high school. We have this government which has a policy that every child born of woman in Ghana should have this free senior high school. Now, it has become something, we are tearing it, we are destroying it. We don't want it to work. There is not a single opposition party member who has spoken on the way forward. I mean, for it to go on, because they have the policy of their so-called progressive education. Now, the progressive education means that at every level, they decide and determine with the various educational institutions. Then they set the bar very high. So very few people will have the chance to go to senior high school. And the majority of our people will drop out. And we can see, we don't need anybody to tell us, go to the streets in Accra, go to the streets in Kumasi, go to Keku, go to Takrady, go to Sekendi, go to Wa, go to Tamale. You see them. The way these young men and young women parading the roads, selling things that are not even expected to be sold, because we have to make a living. Is that the type of Ghana we want? A type of Ghana which has become a members-only club, that only a few will succeed. And although the few that will succeed, they come from good homes. So you see how selfishness works in Ghana. Now we have free SHS. The government says that we are not going to wait until we have got all the facilities. We cannot wait until such a time that we have buildings, until such a time that we have enough hostels, until such a time that we have enough accommodation. So for a start, we are going to stream the schools, the various schools, choosing about 400 schools. And this has also become an issue. At least we are one nation. The government has not said that some aliens have found themselves in Ghana and they need to be educated. They have not said that some children of refugees who needs accommodation, that we have accommodated them. It has come to a time they have to go to SHS. How do we handle it? These are sons and daughters of Ghanaians. Their parents are Ghanaians. The only problem facing their parents is that they do not come from good homes. So they will never go to senior high school. You expect that it should become a national issue. All of us will be focused on it. All of us will be pulling our weight to make sure that it is a success. But if the politics in Ghana is that I want to win power, when they win power, what do? What did they do in 8 years for the schools? The so-called progressive education, how many people benefited from it? And we are all silent. We are all silent. We don't seem to care. All we want to wake up in the morning, roam the streets, and that is not life. Each one of us is supposed to be president, supposed to be a prime minister, supposed to be an MP, supposed to be an accountant, a lawyer. We are equally gifted like any other person. But unfortunately, they come from good homes. They can afford. And all those people speaking against the free SHS, since President Akufo-Addo started talking about this during the elections of 2008, he brought this thing out. The only time I've heard a single woman speak against it is the former education minister, Nana Opoku-Agyeman. You see, every woman in the country supports that. They know how they suffer, how they struggle to put these boys and girls in schools. Because in most cases in Ghana, most of our parents, the men, our fathers, they don't seem to care. Especially those of us from the Akan background. You see how our mothers will have to find the means of putting these children into schools. So every woman is happy. And it is rather the men, the same men who have rendered us useless in Ghana, the same men who have misused the resources of the country the way they want. And they will stand up against it. They are fighting against it as if it is a case that the president is bringing upon the people of Ghana. But it is easy in Ghana because we don't seem to care. We have that spirit that we don't care. Do whatever you want to do. Let them talk. So it is time for us to rise up, especially the youth of our country. It's time to defend, because we are going to benefit from this. Whatever way possible, you can never wait. That means the 90,000 people have dropped out last year. And this year, 180,000, we were going to drop out. Is that the society we want? What is the equity in such a society? Where is the equity? It is a society only the children and the children of the rich enjoy the resources of our country because they have put their children in better schools. So as long as they are there, they will continue to lord it over us. The parents go on retirement, then the new cycle comes out, and they are all the kids of these people who are fighting against this free SHS. That is why I decided tonight, as a point of discussion, I bring it up. Let us talk about things that are important, impeding the progress of the children of our country. Every child needs to be schooled. Every child needs to go at least to finish SHS. Because it opens our horizon, it opens our thinking. New ideas comes into being if we're able to go further than the basic education. Number 2, tonight. These are things happening in Ghana, and at times we think as if we are mad, as if we cannot even think. I don't know what has happened. That a country, big country like Ghana, the supposedly black star of Africa, and there is a judgment debt against a company, a mining company in Dunkwa. They are supposed to pay the government 3.2 million as far back as 2016. And the company, the court has given the ruling. They say they can't trace the company. They cannot trace the company. But that company took the government to court, and that company lost the case. And they have been asked to pay the government. They can't trace the company in Ghana. And And the sad part of the whole story is that the government has spent additional 1.2 million looking for that company. Oh, Ghanaians, I don't know. I don't know where we are going. I don't really know. Why are we behaving as if we are stupid, as if we cannot think? That there is a registrar of company. How did they register the company? Who registered the company? What address? Because to register a company, you should give a residential address. The number one important thing of registering a company, they call domicilium, where the company is situated, offices, the directors, those who form the company, and they can't trace them. Cannot trace them. 419. 419. They can't trace them. And they have to spend additional money looking for, in short, they have spent 5.3 so far. Because there's additional, you are looking for 3.2, and then, oh God. Why? So do we hate Ghana so much? We hate that country that has given birth to us so much that we see that country, that whatever we can get and take out of that country, we do not care. Women are dying from childbirth. Our hospitals, they have no drugs, no beds. Our schools, look at how choked the schools are. There are no road network, no railway, nothing. Individuals looking at the banking sector, they form the company, loot, they share the money, the company collapses, the bank collapses. Banks are registered, they don't know the owners of how the banks got their registration. And this is Ghana. So it will not be surprising one day we wake up and some people will come and tell us that we are foreigners in our country because they have bought Ghana and we are all going to be their slaves. We need to wake up. Those elderly people who have left this country, they have misled us. It is time for the youth to rise up, stand up and fight and save Ghana. Fighting doesn't mean that we are going to use weapons, but we need to challenge authority. That our submissive attitude need to change. That is why Ghana man said we are fighting hard, because most of we Ghanaians, about 99% of us, we have got a fixed mindset. Fixed mindset means that we have programmed our mind and there is no way we will change. Things should be done the way it has always been done. There is no need to expand our horizon. We are content and happy with the situation we find ourselves in. That is not, if we can wake up in the morning, get water to drink, get food to eat, any type of food. If we are not fed 3 times in a day, we don't care. If we can get one shirt and wear for the whole year, that is enough for us. Fixed mindset. The best mindset is the growth mindset. That challenges authority, that challenges systems, that challenges whoever is in control of our resources. Because the growth mindset doesn't rest. The growth mindset is always aiming to achieve their potential. He set goals, and until those goals are achieved, the growth mindset will never relax and rest. One goal is achieved, then